Baby girl, let's watch K.O. Go and subscribe right now. If you don't, I will find you and take you to the upside down, upside down. Upside down, upside down, kiss, kiss. Upside down, kiss, kiss. Hello everyone, and welcome back to K.O. I'm your host, Angel, and today we are here with a very exciting episode. We are getting into Sserafim's Eat It Up Like Spaghetti, dun 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 dun, bon appetit, with no other than J-Hope. You're killing it, girl. You killing it, girl. 10 out of 10. Oh, you killing it, girl. Better set your friends. Oh, you killing it, girl. Yes. J-Hope and Sserafim just dropped a song called Spaghetti on October 24th of 2025. We're going to get into that, analyze the song, analyze the music video, dive deep into the intricacies of this track, and have a little bit of appreciation for Sserafim's B-side, Pearlie's. Now, that is the shortened title. The actual thing is a lot more elongated, but we're going to cut it to Pearlie's for now and then dive deeper in a moment. So if that sounds like something exciting, you know what to do. Give this video a like if you're watching on YouTube, comment below, subscribe, and hit the post notification bell for future uploads. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple, or iHeart, just follow along with the podcast. Maybe give us a review if you're feeling like it. Hopefully, you have had the chance to check out my latest interview with the boy group One Pact. I cannot even explain the sheer gratitude I have to Anchor and Armada Entertainment for allowing me the chance to speak with Jongwoo, Taeg, and Songmin at Korean Cultural Center, New York. As somebody who followed Boys Planet Season 1 through and through with my bestest friends from beginning to end, it felt so surreal to have these boys sitting right in front of me, having a conversation, and just getting deep into the music that they create now as a group. We did unfortunately not have the chance to have Jae Chang and Yedam at the interview because Yedam had visa issues and Jae also got stuck at an airport in Toronto. But have no fear because there will be more content with them in the future and hopefully it will be OT5. But right now, we're going to be talking about Sserafim and J-Hope. So without further ado, everyone, let's get into today's episode. Sserafim just wrapped up their North American leg of their Easy Crazy Hot tour, but they are back fully on fire with this new song, Spaghetti. Something I really am excited about when it comes to this track. It's actually something my dear friend Holly pointed out, who also did the Korean subtitle translations for the One Pact interview, so shout out to Holly. She mentioned how Sserafim have often had adjectives for their title tracks, whether it was easy or anti-fragile or hot and fearless. Now they're branching out from that adjective whole saga and going into nouns, going into eat it up like spaghetti. So I think that itself is very interesting to point out, and it's something representative of how the girls are taking a new approach in their music, both in their sound and in their concept. And I think it's a reflection of what they've had to endure within the media over the past year, especially with everything that occurred at Coachella, which definitely was a blow to their confidence and a complete unnecessary explosion of hatred in the comment section and just so many different misunderstandings about how that performance went. I think it really attests to the extreme expectations we hold upon musicians, especially idols in the music industry, about how they have to always sound perfect, how they always have to look perfect, how nothing can be out of place. And if it is, they're no longer worthy of having the title that they had, of being on this high pedestal, which I completely disagree. Because first of all, those girls were performing at Coachella. They were singing live, and the sand is flying everywhere. It's impossible to sound perfect, look perfect all the time. The stamina has to be a lot harder to keep up in those type of harsh conditions. They had just flown in, and there's that time difference and the fatigue that your body goes through just through those little changes. It's only normal and only human for them to not always be perfect all the time, but they are anti-fragile and they're fearless, so they're not going to let anything knock them down. And that's actually a big message in their B-side, Pearlie's, in parentheses, My Oyster is the World, which we will get into that. But the main chorus is Spaghetti, and it's the music video, and it's J-Hope playing along with Sserafim and creating the perfect song to combat the haters and show them what the Sserafim angels are made of. So with that whole little spiel, with everything that I just mentioned, we're going to get into the video. And how we're going to do this is I am going to go scene by scene, lyric by lyric, just dissecting it, picking it apart with you guys, and we'll just really get into the meat, which the meatball, so to speak, is J-Hope's verse, I believe. But Yoonjin and J-Hope wrote the lyrics for the song as well. They each have the writing credits, so I think it makes it even more personal. It's just so good. I love this song. It got me so excited the first time I watched it. And the marketing for this comeback goes crazy. For all of their album covers, like previous single releases, they put different like pieces of spaghetti or the sauce all over their album covers. If you go on Spotify right now, you will see that each of their covers are covered with all of these little food particles. And I think that attests so well to the actual message of this track and showing that no matter what you do, even if you're hating on them, you're going back and listening to their music and there's the remnants, there's the spaghetti, there is Sserafim stuck in your head, stuck in your mind, stuck between your teeth. So something that I really noticed right away is the beginning. There's like the little cut scene with the thing that the slab, the movie slab, and there's like all sauce on the cut slab too when they're like let's get the movie started. And this whole scene actually reminded me a lot of Lost, the music video from RM, where it starts in an interview set, and it's kind of like taking you out of the world of the music video we're about to go in. So it starts in reality sort of, and then it kind of inches its way in to the actual vibe, the actual experience. So they kind of did something similar with this. And I thought it was really interesting too that they had the inclusion of drag queens within the music video. I thought that was really cool. And especially since drag queens are such a symbol of being true to who you are and just not being afraid of what other people think and just going outside of the box, being really fantabulous, colorful and vibrant and full of life. So I thought that was cool that they included that. And I don't know what their name is, but they have a Stay Gold tattoo, which obviously reminds me of BTS as well. Let me see if I can find out who this is. So one of the drag queens is Nana Youngrong Kim, and the other two queens featured in the video is Kyam and Ring Ring. So that's really cool that they included that inclusion within their music video. I think that's really powerful, especially knowing Sakura's support for the LGBTQ community, how she's even written reviews for LGBTQ Japanese movies when she worked in media, one of them being people who are referred to as transgender. They live life while being true to their hearts, and there are many who think of being transgender as part of their identity. She also wrote, "Is the correct answer a male and female? There's no right or wrong answer for human emotions. Love between men, love between women. It is fine if it exists, and in my opinion, Japan needs to deepen its understanding of homosexuality." So that's really interesting. And then in addition to the drag queens, of course, they've got the number one mother. They have J-Hope. So we're going to get right back into the video. And it starts off really funny because everyone's like in a yoga class, and then there's this one girl who's not doing the stretches. She's just not participating, and she's actually watching on her Samsung the video of Chaewon and Yoonjin eating spaghetti in chef outfits. Ooh, and then there's a crazy explosion. The Sserafim girlies, they crash a truck into the yoga experience, and that's when everything begins. All of the intensity. You see the tomatoes, you see the onions, the mushrooms, like they're about to wreak havoc and create a beautiful dish. And I love Yoonjin's tone at the beginning when she's like, "This is a hot spot." I love the attitude. I love the confidence, the delivery of her sound. It just makes everything even more believable. Like, "Oh, yes, this is a hot spot." And it's also an immediate callback to Seraphim's track, "I'm Burning Hot." So I love that too. And by her saying, "This is a hot spot, it's your go-to meal," the hot spot is also that hot topic of conversation, like Seraphim being in everyone's mouth and on their minds all the time. It's your go-to meal. Like, you're constantly interested in what we're doing. You're constantly feeling the need to speak about it, to get it in your mouth, and then talk about it with other people. I love that her outfit has spaghetti on it as well. Like, it's written spaghetti, and she has a really cool red jumper. Kind of want that. Need to know where she got it. This also reminds me of like that Fruit Ninja game where that you can like slice up the fruit. Kind of looks like that. Now you're a regular and fall in love. So it shows that you're constantly coming back. Every day you have to keep appearing at the Sserafim shop to get a taste, and you can't get enough of that taste as she sings. Oh my gosh, and the way that Kazuha, or I think that's how you pronounce her name, Zuha, she is like, we're in the kitchen, and then you hear that little sound in the back. It's almost like you're playing with spoons and forks and like doing imaginary drum beats, basically. It's like din 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 din, and that's how I would imagine if there was like a little kitchen drum session, everyone was playing around with the utensils and making sound. That's kind of how it sounds on the track to me. And after she says we're in the kitchen, you hear that din 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 din, so it's like, oh, they're in the kitchen, they're making music, they're cooking. And I love that. I think that Zua, she really like owns this concept, especially with the short hair. She looks so good. It reminds me of the girl from Nevertheless, the secondary character. Like, she's giving off that whole girl crush vibe. I forgot her name. Oh yeah, Yoon Sol and So Ji-won. I believe it was Yoon Sol. Yes, she's giving off Yoon Sol vibes. If you know, you know. If you know Nevertheless, you know what I'm talking about. And they're like, we're in the kitchen, we're cooking up what you're craving. Because they know you want more news from Les Sserafim. You want to hear what they've been up to. You also want more music. Whether you act like you don't or not, you want new Les Sserafim music. I also love the way that they move, kind of like dolls. They move like they're on a string almost with the way that they do their little dance, but it also has a spaghetti vibe because they're very floppy in it. It's like, I don't know. It's very fluid, but it's not straight. You know, it looks like a noodle kind of moving around. And Kura is like, how I like it's how I'm saucin'. It's so funny. How I like it is how I'm saucin'. Eat it up. And her shirt says eat it up. The way that she says, another world's gone mad, completely calls back to everyone going crazy after the whole Coachella incident. All of the uproar and the hate trains were out of control, ridiculous. I could not believe what I was seeing on the internet. I've always been a Les Sserafim supporter. I love them. I saw them perform at the VMAs for the pre-show, and I can tell you, those girls know how to sing, they know professionalism, and they can dance. They are absolutely incredible and super hard workers. So it was really disheartening to see how quickly the internet could switch on them after they've shown nothing but great performances prior to that, you know, fateful time in April. So they've proved themselves 1,000 times over since then, but I personally don't think they ever had to prove themselves because their simple dedication to their work stands enough to show how talented they are. And them saying you don't need to think too much, just enjoy, savor, relish every last bite, and go. Chaewon sings so pretty here. I love her voice on the chorus. She's like, listen, you don't need to think too much. Don't stress about whether you like us or not. Just enjoy, savor every little bit of our new comeback, and move on with your life. Go about your day. You don't have to think so hard because wasting energy on hatred is more exhausting than just enjoying a good song and going along, you know, just living your life. And I love how Kura looks here, like how they have Sakura with all the food and she's like slicing it up and there's 3 of her. Even that like triplicity, like showing the triple versions of her, it shows how you can't get her out of your mind, you know? Eat it up, eat it up. And I like the bob too. She's really serving with the bob. Her and Chaewon had a little bob off and I guess she won because Chaewon is rocking that new, what's it, Starfire kind of hair color, I would say. Completely melts in your mouth. And this is so GOT7. It's totally just right, the way that they're in the food all of a sudden and they're tiny little characters on the table. I love how Eunchae was floating in the spaghetti sauce and she's like, we completely melt in your mouth. And they're like, hey, like they know that you're not going to be able to forget about them. You're obsessed. Like you're going to eat up whatever they do. And I love Eunchae saying, guilty pleasure never killed nobody. Try it out. Because they know that it kills the haters too, that they're still listening to their songs. Like they will bash Les Sserafim, they'll talk about how they don't like them, and then meanwhile, they want to listen to them. They feel this urge, this sudden need to be anti-TNT fragile, but they can't because they have to hold on to their grudge. They have to hold on to their imaginary hatred, when in reality, they are fans. You're a fan. If you're talking so much about somebody, you are a fan. Any publicity is good publicity. So I love the whole concept. I love the vibe of them just like dancing on the table. It's so funny. Stuck between your teeth, that's spaghetti. I love the whole dance move, the way they do the little head tilt. It really emphasizes that they are stuck in between your teeth. I love that concept. I love the vocal change, the way that it's more like, not nasally, what's the word? It's like it sounds like they're in your mouth when they sing in the chorus, if that makes sense. Instead of singing like from their diaphragm and supporting the notes, these notes sound like it's coming directly from their mouth. So that way it's more like in your face, less technical. There's less musical technicality to it, but there's more like we're stuck in between your teeth. That's spaghetti. So you can really chew on it. You feel it more. It's like right up close, up front. So I enjoy that change, and I think that was intentional. Bon appetit. And then they're like, want to get it out? Want to get the spaghetti out of your mouth? Bon appetit. They're like, we know you're going to eat it anyway, even if you pretend like you're not going to. So you might as well just suck it up and enjoy the spaghetti, because we taste pretty good. Our music tastes pretty delicious. And I love that. Just give up. You know you will. Like, stop resisting. We all know what's going to end up happening. So funny. And I love the outfits. Like, I love the concept, the colors, the textures they played around with for these outfits. I think Kazuha's shirt says mother, which, you know what? She's 100% right about that. Eat it up. That's been stuck in my head. It's crazy. Sserafim, bad bitch in between your teeth. So when they say stuck in your mind, that's Sserafim, bad bitch in between your teeth, that's the funniest line ever. Whoever came up with that, I'm hoping it was Yoonjin, is literally brilliant. Because by saying that, they're making everyone realize that the more you talk bad about somebody, the more you gossip, that person is basically stuck in between your teeth, and they are cool. They're iconic because you can't stop talking about them. So funny. Like, it's so good. I love when people turn negativity into something powerful. I love when they own it. They redirect that energy and they make it their emblem. It's the greatest thing. Taylor Swift has done it countless times with a lot of songs, which is something I've always been a fan of. And since Yoonjin is a Swiftie herself, she's learned exactly how to master this. The student has become the master. BTS have done it too, again and again, which is why J-Hope belongs on this track, which we will get into shortly. I'm not ready for J-Hope. Eat it. And I love the eat it up, eat it, because then Eunchae's like, ugh. Like, it shows that she is the hater throwing up the toxicity, basically. So as they're eating it up, they get a stomach ache because they spend so much time being negative, it ends up being toxins. It's poisonous when you're so hateful like that. So I love it. I love it that it shows that these people can't stop eating to the point that they become sick. They make themselves sick with their own hatred while the Sserafim keep on serving. It's so funny. And even the dance mimicking with the way she holds her hand to her mouth and her stomach, and then she like bends down, and then they go right back to eating it up. So satisfying. I love the visual distinction. And it looks like they're like smoking on top. Like their head, it's like boiling over, which is so funny. Ate it up. And then for the final, eat it up, eat it up, we hear J-Hope's deep register, and he's like, eat it up, eat it up, in his fun little J-Hope voice. This man, he brought his Jack in the Box energy, he brought his arson, his more. He is like fully fledged in who he is, which is perfect for this song. He's got the confidence, he's got J-Hope, you killing it, girl. He popped in with his Jack in the Box energy, and he has never gone back. That is Jay. We have Jay on this track serving 100,000%. And I love how he's like, yeah, like he has such a cool voice. And then he appears through all of this smoky haze. Like he doesn't come to us. We have to walk over to him. He's at this caliber where we have to like go through the shrouds of fog and haze to find him so he can speak his truth and tell us everything that LYRIC's been putting down. He's really tying it all up in a ribbon to explain. So instead of saying this is the hot spot, like what Sserafim said, he's like, this is the sweet spot, which is such a cool entrance to the track. Like, he's letting you know, like, ooh, this is the good stuff. You've got into the sweet spot now that we've dissected all of that crazy behavior in the previous verse. Now you're here to see what happens when we succeed, when we are at the top of the top. Heat up the scene, it's that big shot, which I love so much because he does heat up the scene everywhere he goes. He's BTS. And when he says heat up the scene, it's that big shot. that's when we see him for the first time in the music video. His silhouette is illuminated. There's a little light behind him just to show his aura, just to show his silhouette, and that is the big shot. Anytime BTS appear, it's the big shot. That is Jungho Suk. That is J-Hope. And then the big shot, all of a sudden there's like a little kick. There's like a kick in the back where it's like shh, shh, like you hear that sound in the instrumental, which is so fun. It just goes right, ties in with the lyrics. And he's like, chef's choice, a kick specially for you. I swear I did not even know it said kick when I called that instrumentation a kick. So I guess I must be correct. Yeah, so he says, chef's choice, a kick special for you. Because he's like, this is just for you. This is for the haters. This is for the fans. All of you enjoy it. It's chef's choice. This is the best on the menu. But yeah, you're lost in the sauce. There's no turning back. So he's saying to all the people who are haters, you're lost in the sauce. Like, now you're part of our machinery. You're part of our food. You're part of the main dish. There's no turning back now. You might as well just enjoy it. And while it says there's no turning back, the camera pans around him so you can see his cool little outfit with his like cinched waist and his leather pants, and that's also mimicking there's no turning back, like you are here. And now he's in a maze, which also reminded me of RM, of course. It's like a mixture of Right Place, Wrong Person and Jack in the Box, just the visuals, but the lyrics are fully Jack in the Box. So he's like, gonna get tipsy all night, not get back. I'll take that empty glass, send back the useless sass, which is so funny. I love the way that he's saying, I'll take that empty glass, like I'll take that back from you and I'll send back the useless sass. Like, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna drink up my music, like they say in Dionysus or Dionysus with the drink up to the crazy artist. They're like, I know you're going to take whatever we serve you, but I'll send back that useless sass. Like, I don't need your attitude with it. I didn't ask for a side of attitude. And then I just love how cool he looks. He's just so, I love J-Hope. That's all I have to say. And the way he does the little hands when he's like, I don't need that useless sass. And then he's like singing down to us. He's like above us on that level, talking down to the haters. The shots of this video are so cool. He's like, I like what I like. Do I need a reason, huh? Get into it. Every last drop down the hatch. And then he goes into that like higher voice, like what they had in the chorus, the more in your face, more in his mouth, like snap it up like a Getty. It gets a little bit higher, which obviously Getty is the Getty Images. He's like, snap it up like a Getty. I know you're gonna use my content and try and profit off of it with your hatred. You're still posting these videos to get views off of my work. So it's just such a great song. My kimchi pose is endlessly priceless because a lot of Koreans will say kimchi instead of cheese, like kimchi. I've heard BTS do it in a couple of things. So he's saying my kimchi pose is endlessly priceless, showing that he knows all the people snapping pics of him, they're doing it for a reason. They're doing it because he is unstoppable. He's a force of nature. So regardless of how they want to talk behind the scenes and act like they aren't a fan or they don't enjoy what he's putting down, they're still snapping the picture. If they see J-Hope walking by, they're gonna take that photo. They know that it's priceless. And I love the little scenes of him eating the spaghetti as they flash by. It's so cute. He is so cool. Like, he has this insane energy to him, the duplicity of how adorable he is, but also how cool and intense and like intimidating his whole atmosphere and persona is. Whatever I'm cooking, I'm like a star. I'll cook any course you want, which he has always spoken about, like cooking up main dishes and course and delicious courses. So I feel like this song is totally his cup of tea, especially since he has an affinity for talking about pastas. He had chicken noodle soup, now he's got spaghetti. I wonder what's next. Rigatoni? Maybe. And I love the way he's like, shoo. Like, I just love his voice. His voice makes this track so good. And he's like, I'm the main character in your kind of drama, showing that the people who talk about him in a negative light, he is the focal point of their life. Instead of them being the main character of their story, he's the main character of their story. Now let that sink in and think if it's really worth it to talk about other people so much. It's not. Spoiler alert, it's not. Love yourself first. I love myself. Y'all play a hater, you should love yourself. But back to the basic microphone check. Call me Bapse. Sorry, got into ciphers. Oopsie. And I like when we see even his shadow rapping, because it shows even his shadow has more energy than these gossipers and naysayers do. He's the main character in your kind of drama. Your guilty pleasure, your high-calorie Hershey chocolate, which also reminds me of in More when he says Kit Kat within the lyrics. Here, let me get the actual lyric so I'm not just saying Kit Kat. He always has a connection to chocolate, even in the Most Beautiful Moments in Life chapter, the way that they had that whole music video segment. There were parts when he'd be like sitting amongst the Kit Kats. Very interesting that chocolate is always something that J-Hope sings about or has imagery with. I mean, I just ate chocolate in my oatmeal this morning, so I guess we're connected. I guess I'm J-Hope. But he says in More, take everything like Kit Kat, tastes so sweet, appreciate. And now he's saying your guilty pleasure, your high-calorie Hershey chocolate. That's what I am to you. And then we see the full maze. You know you savor every word that BTS is gonna put down. Okay, now from hater to believer, and then he's like, bloop, like he does that fun little lip trill sound.
Flashback.
I just go like.
Yes, of course.
I've never seen before. You. I do it by myself.
And a flashback.
And there's like this water explosion that goes down, and then we go back to Sserafim, and you see the girls kind of doing a little, they kind of created a house over each other as they all walk shoulder to shoulder, holding on to each other's shoulder through the house. It's really cute. It reminds me of Stray Kids Moving Back Door when they all walk through the little back door, so to speak, but it's a human-made back door. This is really cute. I just love what J-Hope added to this track. I really think that it's so dynamic. It perfectly encapsulated everything Sserafim was putting down, that whole energy that they were trying to show. He just went right with it. He went with the flow, dancing on that baby flow, as he would also say, turning everyone from a hater to a believer. I love that this is a 32-minute video for an analysis of one song. Do you guys think I like J-Hope and Sserafim? I think I do. And this was crazy when they had Kazuha go, "This is a hot spot, don't give a fuck what you say," because that was, I think, the first time that Sserafim has had like a really intensely explicit track. Like, yes, they've said other things from time to time. I don't give a shit. Like, that was in one of their songs, No Celestial, I think, or was it The Great Mermaid? I'm struggling a little with thoughts right now. But this song is more like really in your face with it. And to have Little Miss Ballerina saying that, it hits even harder. I love her styling for this too, with like the eyelets in her little like bra top and then the silver jacket over it, and very, very cool. Try a bite. The taste is stellar. Like, it's like we know you're gonna enjoy. And I love this part when Chaewon's like, yeah, you just say you hate it. What happened to your diet? Because then they're like, if you hate us so much, then what happened to your diet? Why are we part of it? Sneaking a bite when no one's looking? You better stop lying. Which I love that part. Because they're saying, what happened to your diet? They're calling out the haters who are like, oh, I'm not going to listen to Sserafim anymore. Oh, I'm not a fan anymore. Then what happened to your diet? Why are you taking a bite, sneaking it when no one's looking? You better stop lying. Which Eunchae says that, like, stop lying to yourself, stop lying to everyone else. You know that you're gonna tune in when our next song is out. So good. Girls, you did a great job. Don't care what you talk about, you're the one coming running back here every time. So they're finally putting a shield on for themselves. They're like, it doesn't matter what people say about us because they're gonna tune in every time, stuff their mouth with spaghetti. Bon appetit. Eat it up, that's Sserafim. Eat it up, eat it up. Bad bitch in between your teeth. And I even love the chew it over. Is it real love or not? Like, they're actually asking even the fans, like, do you actually really love us, or are you also gonna flip when something goes wrong? Chew it over, though. Like, really think about it. Chew it over. It's like chew on it. Think about that food for thought. And it's on a spaghetti. Bon appetit. Eat it up. Eat it up. Sserafim. Bad bitch in between your teeth. Eat it up, 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 eat it, eat it, eat it up, eat it up. I love when J-Hope has the cool shades on, and then all the people who just ate up the spaghetti, they all start exploding with all the spaghetti sauce. It's like exploding in their brains. That's so cool too, because again, it shows what happens when you implode yourself. You will implode if you're so hateful, if you're constantly getting up in other people's business. And then it ends on that cut when Chaewon is staring into your soul with the blue contacts and she's eating up the spaghetti. It's like, yeah, we're going to enjoy it too, but we're not going to overindulge. We're not going to explode because we know how to have healthy boundaries with our music, with our lives, with our careers. So that is Les Sserafim Spaghetti, and it's a banger. It's incredible. I am so happy they dropped this. I think it's such a good song, and I am going to briefly talk about Pearlie's My Oyster is the World. We're not going to get too much into the actual sound of the song, but just like reading the lyrics because I haven't had the chance to. So Pearlie's My Oyster is the World is a song that Yoonjin actually composed herself and also wrote, and it's a really powerful song because it talks about trying to decipher what is real, what's the truth, versus what is not real, and how to be able to discern that and hold on to the things that are precious to you. So in the beginning of the song, Chaewon sings, "What is real? What's the truth to me?" An echo that rings with no reply, which is so true. We're constantly kind of seeking into the void, asking these questions and not getting that immediate response back. Which can feel very lonely. As she sings, I shouted out 100 times, "I'm gonna be real, I think you're all I need." What is real? It all felt so certain. Your gaze, your voice, your warmth. I was happy. That's my truth. Me and my girls getting our Pearlies. So it shows that she's singing to the fans, definitely, like, I think you're all I need. What is real? It all felt so certain. I felt this genuine love and appreciation from everybody. The happiness was there. That was our truth. Like, we were doing this for the fans, me and my girlies getting our Pearlies. But then, as they sing in verse 1, when my roof collapsed that day, my whole world vanished like a lie. Tell me what's real, tell me what is true. Please stop this April storm. Through my shaken sight, your horizon grew clear. That's when it was the promise. I wanted to protect you forever. So here they're singing about when those rose-colored glasses get distorted. When you think that you have everything and the people who will stand by you through thick and through thin, suddenly your worlds can collapse within a day. If there is a sudden crack in your persona and in your ability to present yourself in the way that people perceived you originally, suddenly everything can vanish like a lie. So when they're saying, please stop this April storm, what happened in April was the whole Coachella situation. That was when they were performing at Coachella and everything came crashing down. There were so many hate campaigns, so much ridiculous commentary and just negativity that was unnecessary and hurtful. There's no need to be so hurtful to people, and it was really sad to see that they were shaken up by that. But that also made their horizon clear, that they want to protect the people who matter. They want to keep their music alive for the people who are deserving of it. So they sing, I'm incomplete without you now. Half of me is gone, just hear me out. My rough edges, you saw right through them. Did you know you saved me? So the people who did stick around, rain or shine, are the ones who healed them. And that's why they're going to continue to do what they're doing, me and my girls getting our Pearlies. So yet again, they're turning the bad into a beautiful situation. And Yoonjin had spoke about it in one of their tour stops, I believe, how when pearls are formed, it's an accumulation of all that sand that eventually can become a gorgeous pearl. So obviously, performing at Coachella, performing in the desert, there was a ton of sand being thrown at them, both figuratively and literally. But now they are finding how to form themselves into the beautiful pearls they were always meant to be, and the world is their oyster. So they sing, you are the light to the very end, will shine brighter, the pearls that are mine, which is so beautiful, such a sweet message. And when they sing, even when I can't see ahead, up tempo, held my mind tight just to survive. At the tunnel's end where the dark fades, my measure of life never changes. It hurt like a bitch, but baby, we are alive. And I think that's something everyone can relate to. We go through those ups and downs in life, but now they sing, rocks on my neck and they're one of a kind, pearls in my mind worth more than diamonds. And pearls in my mind can relate to just learning how to have a stronger mindset, a healthier mindset, knowing that no matter what other people do, that's not going to change who you are. It doesn't have to define who you are. Instead, they were able to just work even harder and perform even brighter. Now they know how to withstand such sandstorms, and they can continue to shimmer like pearls. So what is true? What is real? Sserafim is true, and they're going to shine brighter, getting their pearls. So that's a beautiful message. I do really enjoy that song. The standout for me has to be Spaghetti as a full-time army who adores J-Hope, and Sserafim. It felt like my worlds collided in the most beautiful way, especially after how Yoonjin performed on I Don't Know with J-Hope for his album Hope on the Street Volume 1. So the chance to hear all of them on a track together was nothing short of extraordinary. I hope that you guys enjoyed this little listening party, and I would love to hear your thoughts on Sserafim and J-Hope with this new song, because I thought it was amazing. I'm such a fan. I will be streaming this to Kingdom Come, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. I'll be back with interviews and other things soon. More on the way. There's even a little Sims BTS segment that is being workshopped right now, so stay tuned. That's all for Kale. Bye!